So we're back with another video. Today we got y'all boys with the best big man builds in the game. Now, I will be giving y'all another big man build video. I will be doing centers. Now, if you talking about the big guys, that's going to be in that video. This is going to be part big man builds. It's going to be back ends. It's going to be kind of more of the versatile big man builds, in my opinion. Y'all do want more, make sure to like the video. I got a lot in store. So just keep making sure y'all showing the support by liking the videos, subscribing, all that good stuff out the way though. Let's hop into it. Alright, so for the first build, now I'm gonna be honest, when you making these back end builds, you gotta kind of prioritize defense this year, because to be real, if you are making these, the entire point of it is that you can switch. The entire point of it is that you can do more defensively than just sit in the paint, grab rebounds, and block shots. You gotta be able to showcase that. Now, the issue with that is, if you are gonna do that and try to get that, you're gonna have to take a hit in a whole category. It's not like you're gonna have to take a hit. No, you're gonna have to take a hit in a whole category. So that's the only reason why I am separating this from the big man builds. Because I ain't gonna lie, you make a real big man this year, like 6'10" and up, you can really make a pretty versatile big where you can have really good shooting ability, really good finishing, really good passing, really good rebounding, really good defense, and really solid physicals. So I just wanted to make sure that's covered. All these builds gonna have similar things in terms of how they are made. Now, this one is in the in-between one. This is the 6'8", 260, 7'2" wingspan. Now, this is going to be a build, like I said, you have to take a hit somewhere. So shooting, you're gonna have to use a cap breaker to get 78. It's just what it is. But we went focused hard on physicals, rebounding, and defense. Because I was talking about this. You gotta actually have it has to be a point of you making this. You have to be able to make up for certain things that those builds can't do. So perimeter defense, check. Steal, check. Block, it's gonna still be around where the blocks of those taller builds gonna be. Interior defense gonna be around where it's gonna be. You kind of gotta take a hit on the offensive rebound, but you gonna be. But look at your finishing. You're not gonna really be in the paint anyway. This is not gonna be a paint. This is a popper and popper only. And only time you going up around the rim is if you wide open. Simple as that. You only going up in the paint wide open. But you're gonna have much better defense than the regular big man build. And your physicals, you're gonna have an 83 vertical, which ain't the craziest, I ain't gonna lie, but I just have to make sure I got certain badges. So let's show E-Case it. So you're gonna be able to have high flying denier. Another thing that you can't do with this build, you can actually get this to 93. 88 is literally right on the dot that you need for gold high flying denier, so that is why I did that. But you can go +5 with a cap breaker here, get 93, get paint patroller, get high flying denier, both up a tier, and that's gonna make the defense even better. Steal, you can go up 5 on this and get Hall of Fame interceptor and gold glove. That's gonna make that even better. Perimeter defense, you can go up on this with even a cap breaker if you want to. Get the on ball minutes. Well, I put the agility to 71. If you want to raise the agility on the build to be able to get on ball minutes, you can. I just really wanted to make sure I at least got silver challenger, because that's the main thing that I'm really focused on, be able to contest guards. I think you're gonna be fine in terms of guarding them. They're gonna be faster than you for sure, but you got a lot of ways. If they want to rim run, you got the block, you got the interior defense, you got the vertical, you got the strength to be able to go against that, and you do have a movable enforcer to go against this as well. I could have went 84 perimeter defense there to get that goal, but I didn't. Interior defense, I did go 82. Now, if I did go 84, I probably could have got some other things, but the only reason I ever go 84 is because I can get that 93 block, and then you need 84 and 97 block to get Hall of Fame paint patroller. That's not a possibility with this build. This build only get like a 94-3 or block, so I just kept it at 82 to be able to get post lock down. I did think about getting 88, but stay tuned. 75 offensive rebound, I already went over that, and you see it. Now, playmaking, not gonna be as high as them taller bigs either. You're gonna have a 75, so you can be able to have silver break starter. You don't get gold though. You get bronze versatile visionary. If you did go one more up on pass accuracy to get 76, you can get silver. That could be another cap breaker that you use. Now you also got to think about it. When you're in these 70s, these 60s, these 50s, cap breaker is gonna do a lot more for the build. So it's a 58 driving dunk, but you can get that driving dunk a lot more than just 5 with cap breakers. It's a 48 standing dunk, but you can get that up a lot more than just 5. So I know it say really low finishing, but cap breakers can really take, the cap breakers on this game can take builds to completely different territories. It can now, what is a hole right now doesn't mean there's gonna be a hole later. That's what I'll say. So yeah, all in all, it's a good build, but the potential of it is crazy. Now, I mentioned this in all the other builds. You got to keep in mind, you get 3 max bash plus 2s, you get 6 max bash plus 1s, and you get 28 cat breakers. Now, I think 16 of those are realistic. I kind of already mentioned the ones I probably would do. Steal, I'll probably get that up. Perimeter defense, I'll probably get that up. Now, physicals. The issue is right now, I don't know if brick wall counts for defense or rebounding. I don't know if it counts, or if you could just do it on both. I don't know. But when it comes to stuff like immovable enforcer, I'm pretty sure that's defense. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta keep that in mind. But you are a big man, so brick wall may be the one that you go for on your max bash plus 2. You get 3 options. You get 1 for the build specialization, but you get 3 options. I probably would do build specialization on defense or rebounding, because you can get 99 rebound on this build. So you gotta keep that in mind. But all in all, that's the build. That's just to showcase what we thinking of. But I'm gonna make the other builds I'm gonna talk about in this video a little bit more simple. Not gonna have to go over the same thing twice, but I may have to for people because the game just came out. Let's get to the build name. I gotta remember to do this every single time. Wes Unseld, DeMarcus Cousins, Al Horford, physical edge enforcer. You see the weaknesses. It's all gonna be finishing, but you see the strengths. It's gonna be able to do what it does at a high level, but don't forget the cat breakers on this game are a lot different than it was in previous 2K. So what's low now doesn't mean it's gonna always be low. All right, now for the taller people. If you want a taller big man build that can be versatile, here you go. 6'9", 254 weight, 7'3" wingspan. Keep in mind, when it comes to the finishing, cat breakers on this game do not work the same. You can bail out a build with cat breakers on this game. But I did forget to mention though, your cat breakers, you definitely want to put it on 70, your 3 ball, so you can get to 78. But don't forget, just because you have a 73 don't mean it's going, if you put 5 cat breakers on it, it's only gonna go up 5. But the build only get to like an 81 or an 83 ball, so it don't really matter too much. But you may not have to put all 5 cat breakers in the 3 ball to get to a 78. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Now, when it comes to the build, you got a lot of different options of how you can do the cat breakers. I'm gonna probably have 75 pass accuracy almost every single time. If you want to try to finagle it to get to 76 to people that have versatile visionary silver, by all means do that. That's gonna be really important to have. So yeah, but defense, you see I have a slightly higher interior defense and I have a higher block. So you're gonna see a balance of really, one build gonna have higher vert, one gonna have in between vert, one gonna have higher block, one gonna have in between block, and one gonna have lower block. One gonna have really high interior defense because it's the shortest, and this is gonna have really solid interior defense. So this one actually is the tallest height, and it's not the highest interior defense, but it's also not the lowest. But it does have the lowest perimeter defense, but I think the last one I had the same. But it also does have the lowest steal. So all in all, it's a good build. But cat breakers wise, perimeter defense and steal, you're not putting it there. You can put cat breakers on your block. You can get that to a 97, be able to get that Hall of Fame paint patroller. And if you really want to go higher on your vert, you can get that Hall of Fame high flyer. So that vertical could be another cat breaker that you do use. So we don't really have a lot of cat breakers to do besides block and rebound and 3 ball. That's really auto. But you only need 4 on block, you need 5 on defensive rebound, and you need 5 on 3 ball. But we don't know if it's fully 5. Because like I said, when it's in that 70s, that 60s, that 50s, it's not really always going to be +1. And majority of the time, it's not going to be +1. So that could be a very interesting thing when it comes to the build. So you got to keep that in mind. Now, when it comes to the rebound, this is a +5 cat breaker auto. You get 99 rebound. That's going to get you legend rebound chaser. Now, I've had 91 strength. I don't think I talked about this. 91 strength is going to be brick wall. Brick wall is going to be a very, very popular max bash +2 on this game because 91 strength, you can save on that instead of going 94. If you go 94, you can use 5 cat breakers, but why waste your cat breakers when you can do it in these other ways? And it's going to be just that much more expensive when making the build. So it's that simple. So 91 strength is going to be very popular. 80 speed, that's the max speed you can have. 71 agility. All in all, defense, physicals, rebounding, very, very balanced. The issue is going to come down to the shooting and finishing, how that's going to work with the cat breakers. But all in all, bro, the potential of the builds with the way that they did the cat breakers, this build may look like this now, but when you in the builder, you're doing the cat breakers, it's gonna look completely different. Completely different. So yeah. Even the pass accuracy, by the way, can go up. Now let's go ahead and look at the build. I almost just trolled that. But yeah, Wes Unseld, DeMarcus Cousins. Marcus can be physical edge. That's this low key the first time I've ever seen it had the same name. I'm not gonna lie. Slow off the floor near rim, struggles with footwork in the paint. Finishing is gonna be the whole every single time. But yeah, all in all, that's the build, and that's the second build we went over in this video. And then last, but certainly not least, you can see all the badges you can get. It shows you the body types if you're wondering. I just now realized you could even do that, to be real. But yeah, we made this power forward because this is the smallest height, 6'7". Now, this is for surely more of a power forward park build. Maybe even trying to cut it a little bit with the power forward because you're going to have big guards at 6'9" this year. But 6'7", 263, 7'1" wingspan. I'm not going to lie. It may seem crazy, but this might be the one I actually make. All in all, overall, you don't get that 99 rebound, but you do get 96. And with the max badge plus 1s, max badge plus 2s, with you having 6 max badge plus 1s, that's not even going to be an issue for me. I'm going to instantly probably put that max badge plus 1 on that when I get that 96 defensive rebound. And I'm going to have legend rebound chaser with an 80 offensive rebound. Now, to go alongside that, the defense is the highest we had so far, but the block is the lowest. So I had the 6'8" with the 88 block, I had the 6'9" with the 93 block, and now we have the 6'7" with the 84. Now, the thing is, with the 84 block, you got max badge plus 2s that you can do. You got max badge plus 1s that you can do. Don't forget, it's 3 max badge plus 2s, and it's 6 max badge plus 1s. I think it's pretty obvious what we gonna go here for our cap breakers, though. To be real, I think it's pretty obvious what we're gonna go here. Now, another thing I did think about doing, I thought about going 86 perimeter defense, go plus 5 on it. You can now have on ball minutes gold, but you wouldn't have the gold challenger, which is kind of the more important thing on these back ends. The on ball minutes, the immovable enforcer are nice. Well, immovable enforcer less so than on ball minutes. Immovable enforcer can be used in a lot of different situations than just on ball minutes. On ball minutes is really just a perimeter defense badge, but it's nice to have, to be honest. But challenger is really what we're going for, so we can add them high shot contest on those guards so they can miss those shots when we are switching on them a lot more. And that's why I kind of did try to have 82 plus on all these. I did originally have like 74, and I'm like, it's literally no point in making a smaller big man build if you're going 74 because people shooting right over you. Just no hezzy on this game. It's just that simple. But you see the rebounding, you see the defense. And yes, we do have 88 interior defense because it is the smallest. So the way you can make up for that is with interior defense. But that's not it. We got 85 speed, the fastest speed. We got 76 agility so that we can move a lot better laterally than the other two builds. And we still have that 91 strength. So if you want to go max badge plus 2 on brick wall, you can also do it on immovable enforcer. You can also do it on post lockdown if you want to. And then you have vertical at an 88. You see the badge. This is going to be the #1 badge to make up for our height disadvantage. Legend pogo stick. Let me say it again. Legend pogo stick. You don't need a max badge plus 1. You don't need a max badge plus 2. And you get to actually have that 88 vertical alongside that rebound, alongside that block, alongside that steal for the passing lanes. It's going to be nice. Now, I think people going to look at this finishing and be like, bro, the finishing is ridiculous. Gotta remember that cap breakers on this game do not work like last year. You can get up to 75 on cap breakers this year. So it's no telling what you can get that driving up with cap breakers with this build. They're standing up to cap breakers with this build. Now, if you're trying to do anything else, then that's a completely different conversation. But those are the only two things I personally would probably be putting up with my cap breakers if I did the finishing. But shooting, you see a 78 off rip. You don't even have to use cap breakers there. You can just keep that what it is. And then playmaker, you see the 75. I probably would actually go use a cap breaker on that pass accuracy, just that one. Because, like I said, it's 28 cap breakers. It's 3 max badge plus 2s. It's 6 max badge plus 1s. With 28 cap breakers, it's probably only 16 of those going to be realistic. I got the 5, 5, and 5 already. I got 3 5s already. I got one that's left over on the pass accuracy. You know what I'm saying? I can get that. It's not that hard to do. So, yeah, all in all, really, overall, probably my favorite build in terms of the back ends right now. It is the shortest, but we make up for it in so many different ways, whether it be the interior defense, whether it be the vertical, whether it be the steal, whether it be the higher perimeter defense, whether it be whatever. It makes up for it in so many different ways, and that's kind of what I'll be trying to say when it comes to making these smaller big man builds. But I won't lie, I don't think this is a back end year. I don't think this is a small big man build year because the stretches are crazy. The big guards are crazy. So you're going to really want to have a real big man build. So if y'all do want to see the best center builds in the game, make sure to drop the likes. Make sure to subscribe. All that good stuff out the way. Let me go ahead. I almost forgot again. We got to showcase the build name. Sean Marion, Draymond Green, Bam Adebayo. What does it comes out as? In my opinion, this also has the best name of the three. The physical, versatile defender. So yeah, that's going to be the build. Y'all do one more. Like the video. Subscribe. We got a lot more coming. Further ado, man. YaboiFitz. I'm out there, man.
Now, I've been letting y'all off for a little while.
90%. Let me say it again. 90% of y'all aren't even subscribed. Now, I've been doing this for a little while now. Y'all, I know y'all mess with the content at this point. So subscribe. Subscribe. It's that simple. If you buying anything on Fortnite, Epic Games Store, use code YaboiFitz. I don't know why I ain't been had this, but yeah.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!